for someone like me that like deals with a lot of pressure and stress and anxiety from just being in the public eye and all that stuff, I firmly believe that you need something way worse to counter that you voluntarily subject yourself to.
Has it always been like, when did that really, has it ramped up more in recent years, or have you kind of like perpetually dealt with that since being, I don't know, like you've been a public facing person for like a long time now?
I've had it's like a trickle.
Yeah.
Like I've had a trickle of stardom.
Yeah.
It's like slowly ramped up, and it's almost like snake venom. Like I've got a little more bitten enough so that I can tolerate it.
Yeah.
Because I've seen people that are really young that get really famous quickly, and it just wrecks them. It wrecks them psychologically, and also they don't understand how to manage the input, right? So they're like reading comments about them. They're like tweeting and then responding to tweets and going back and forth with people in Instagram comments like, dude, stop. And
you
then
still do that, eh? Ignore them entirely?
I don't fucking read a goddamn thing. It's the only way. It's the only way you can stay sane.
Yeah.
My friend's like, I can't help myself. I'm like, you 100% can help yourself.
Yeah.
It's just don't look at it. It's not an option. I know I don't have that option. There's no option to look at that. I post stuff, I keep going.
Yeah.
And I think that's very important because you're dealing with, with my case on my Instagram, I think it's like 15 million people. That's a lot of fucking people, man. That's too many people. There's no way that's manageable. You can't interact with those people. People could say mean shit to you and it'll hurt your feelings. Why would you subject yourself to that?
Yeah.
But I think even like articles written about you have to have perspective. You have to understand like who's right. Like, why are they doing this? They're doing this because you're successful. They're distorting who you are in order to make this look better. Yeah. So you have to do something, I believe, something to offset that. And one of the best things is really brutal exercise, brutal physical exercise, and then sauna and cold plunge, in my opinion, are the very best things to mitigate the effects of that, because they're so hard to do that the other stuff just seems easy. It's like, someone said something mean about you, like, whatever.
Have you ever had like a time you just had to totally disconnect from everything to mentally handle it, or
no?
You're like pretty good about.
Yeah, just don't read about me.
Yeah,
just read about other stuff. I mean, I feel like you're supposed to, look. There's people that live in war-torn parts of the world. There's people that were born in dirt floors and, they're dealing with rebels and they hear gunfire in the middle of the night and either their children get killed or their family members get killed. That's real problems.
Yeah.
Like the problems of someone saying mean shit about you on Twitter, it only seems mean.
Yeah.
It seems awful because you're interacting with it. If you don't interact with it, it doesn't even exist.
Yeah, it's wild how much just your state of mind can influence like how happy or not happy your life is and like how you perceive external stimuli.
Very, very much so.
Yeah.
And also the kind of people that you surround yourself with.
Yeah.
That's crucial. You have to have a good tribe. You have a good tribe of fun, healthy people. If you don't, you're fucked. If you have backstabby people or gossipy people or mean people or resentful people, or you're constantly dealing with somebody who's like, always fucking falling off the wagon, and you got to go rescue Mike. He's under a bridge shooting heroin. Fuck.
Yeah.
Like if you have enough of those people in your life, they will derail any progress you're trying to make, any self-improvement and self-growth. I think, obviously you should be there for your friends if something goes wrong, but you got to recognize when this is an unstoppable pattern.
Yeah.
And I'm not just talking about addiction. I'm talking about everything. Like with some people it's gambling, with some people it's food, with some people it's just fucking. Some people they just sabotage their lives.
Yeah.
And if you're around that person, they're always sabotaging their life, and they always expect you to come in and fix it for them. Like they can absorb a significant amount of your resources. On the other hand, if you have friends that are positive and healthy and thankful and appreciative and they're fun to be around, and those people can enhance your life, you enhance their life, and everybody grows together and everybody has a good time together. That's a big key to being able to manage this stuff.
As you've exploded, did you like have a conscious shift towards that?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I learned, I've always been a very loyal friend, and I think that it's very important to have good friends And it's also very important to like, so I come from the martial arts world. In the martial arts world, you need training partners.
Yeah.
And without training partners, you never get better. You want elite people around you, and so that you have to hold yourself up to the standards of their technique and their abilities, and it's the only way you get better. You get better by being in an environment with a bunch of killers. Iron sharpens iron. So when I was a kid, from the time I was young, we always valued people who were very, very good. You never tried to pretend they weren't good. You always valued them. And you always looked at their, like, oh, he's the best at this. Like, watch how he does this. And then you would learn and grow from imitating them or asking them. Like, most of my martial arts techniques that I learned, no, all of them, I learned from other people. All of them. I never learned anything on my own.
Yeah.
Never figured out anything. And nothing I do is original. Everything that I learned how to do, somebody had to teach me how to do it. So I needed someone who was like really good at something that could show me how to do it. So when I got into comedy, one of the things that was so shocking was like there's this like denial of other people's value, or like, why is he getting this, or why is she so successful? Why? My mentality was this martial arts mentality. Like, look how good he is at marketing. Like, look how good he is at delivery. Look how he holds a pause. Like, man, look at that stage presence. Look at that. Look how relaxed he is up there. And it was like, I wanted to compliment them. I'm like, dude, how you do that is amazing. Like, what do? You consciously do that? Like, how do you write? How do you do? Because like, I wanted to treat it like I'm supportive.
Yeah.
And in the weird world of television and comedy, it was a scarcity and a famine mentality because there was only so many jobs, right? So if you wanted to be on a sitcom, if you and I say we're in the audition room and we're both, playing Tom, the fucking security guy on a sitcom, if I knew that you're my friend and you're reading, like, I might fucking derail you.
Yeah.
I might say, you look like shit, Derek. What are you, fucking losing weight? Like, you'd say some gross things to each other.
Yeah.
Or you'd be, that person doesn't represent a colleague and a friend. That person represents the fucking barrier that's going to keep you from success. You want to be in that house in the Hollywood Hills driving a fucking Corvette. Come on, baby. You gotta succeed. And that mentality fucked with comedians for a long time. And then the internet came along. And what the internet showed everybody is like, no. These people are assets. Like, you have them on your podcast is better. And then you tell people about their podcast, and their podcast is good, so now people listen to you. Yeah. If you say, hey, go see Tom Segura, he's fucking hilarious, people go see him, like, you're honest. You tell the truth. Like, he's really good. And so then it's good for everybody. So he blows up, you blow up, and then we all help each other together. So